Well, welcome to rallyfm.net, and we are at Hemicuda Rally, and we just walked into the building where scrutineering and the start ramp are. Just beyond the start ramp is the bar. Scrutineering's being done a little further back. And just over on the left-hand side there, that's the press office where we had to sign on as media a little while ago. Very efficient, took us all of 30 seconds. And also there is the radio station. What we're going to do is we're going to leave here in a minute and walk round the service park. Just hold on, I'm just going to have to do something else. So. So we're going to take a walk around the service area. It's just started raining, I should say. So we're going to get a trifle damp. But we're going to take a walk around just to show you the wide range of cars that are competing here. And hopefully we'll bump into some of the Flanders International Rally Challenge crews. A lot of them, though, are out doing the recce at the moment. And Carruthers, my commentator, is just grimacing at the rain that's falling. It's actually looking at that rain. I'm not sure it's such a good idea, but let's give it a go.
Absolutely. The first car that we will see on your left, Chris, is that beautiful historic 911 of Frederick Delclass and Kurt de Clercq. From memory, Delclass normally runs an R5 car, but he appears to be out in that very, very smart 911.
Okay, let's walk over to the far corner and then we can walk around the service area, which is actually a building supplies yard. So there's various piles of bricks, gravel, etc. that we'll come across as we walk round as well. And, we'll walk up to the far corner because there is a car up there worth looking at. And hopefully this rain won't be around tomorrow. Forecast is for light showers though, so we may be unlucky, but a couple of the cameras we've got with us are waterproof, fortunately, although I'm not sure the operators of them are.
The weather forecast says for tomorrow says dry but with cloud and occasional sunshine, but I've got no doubt, looking at the water today, that there'll probably still be some residual rain. And one of the one of the young helpers of one of the cars, Kerner and De Deutsch. The small jobs are obviously the most essential, aren't they?
What is it?
It's Evo 10, I believe.
Okay, and there are a lot of Evos out on this event, and if you get time, we'll go through it probably tomorrow. Over the last 15 years or so, almost every year the winner's been a Mitsubishi Evo of some sort. Quite amazing to look at. I thought maybe last year, the year before, an R5 car might have crept in there, but certainly hasn't. So there's at least one R5 car we've seen in the service area today, so it'll be interesting to see how they go.
That's right. The R5 that we did see is of fourth seeds John Reddington and Dara Mullen.
And look what I found.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? A 997 GT3. The noisiest. If you want unsubtle in rallying, that's your beast.
Yeah.
Because
and we were out on, well, excuse me, Rally Chevroletine a few weeks ago over here in Belgium, and there were 5 of them out on the event, and they sounded absolutely fantastic.
That's right.
So let's wander on.
They're a very the 997 is a very atmospheric car. It's the way that the sound bounces off the walls, off the sides of the lanes that they're running through.
Okay, so it's interesting that Ford and so Skoda, yes it is. Lovely professional looking setup here with the 2 bays to work on and team rest area over in the corner there. Just give you a chance to look at that for a moment. I've got to get something out the bag.
It's interesting as well that both of those cars have Latvian registration numbers on them, and Latvia is one of the hotbeds of junior rallying at the moment. You can start rallying, I believe, at the age of 14, and it's attracted a number of young British drivers, including Tom Cave, who now runs in the British Rally Championship. But the Skoda and the Fiesta, both absolutely immaculate. Slightly different colour scheme to normal, this matte black, but it really stands out. It makes sponsors' names stand out very, very highly. Just waiting to presumably go through to scrutineering. Scrutineering, of course, is very, very well organised here at the Rally Hemicuda. It's in a very large industrial unit, and there is everything literally and metaphorically under one roof. You have the start-finish podium, what will become the regroup podium tomorrow. There is also, as we say, there is scrutineering going on of the cars down in there. They're down in the 100s at the moment, but then they work through to afternoon.
Okay, I've now handed Ian the entry list, so he needs 3 hands to carry the umbrella, a phone and the iPad, but we'll wander on. In about 5 minutes we'll stop and we'll come back live for about another 10 minutes, and we're just doing that so you don't have to sit and listen to us ramble on with vital information for an hour or more. So what have we got over here? VDM Racing Team, again similar setup with 2 workshop bays and a team area off to the right. 109 tucked away in there. Who's on 109, Ian?
That is Mombarts and Sturken. in that very pretty little Renault Clio. Let's have a look at their Christian names. So we have Erwin Mombarts and Yannick Sterken in a Renault Clio 2 Ragnotti, which was one of the special editions, do I remember, a few years ago of the Clio.
Okay.
Very smart Astra.
A couple of mechanics there still working on the car. And we're just coming up to a gaggle of BMWs, or it's probably not the right word for them, but we'll have a look at them round the corner, and that'll be the last shot of this section. So we've got several cars that haven't got the numbers on yet, which really doesn't help us very much.
No, but one of those is Stefan Prinzi. The BMW that you're looking at is that of Stefan Prinzi. Normally runs an Opel Ascona in the historic class, but he appears to have changed to BMW for at least this event. Then you have Bjorn Six, who is a traditional, very, very quick driver in that BMW 3 Series. And
I guess that could have been a brace of BMWs, couldn't it?
yes, it could have been, yes. A thug of BMWs, perhaps. And Frank Werner in, again, the Ascona.
Okay, and we've seen several Asconas when we've been driving into town this morning and yesterday evening, being transported down here to the service park. So we are at the end of our first session, and we'll be back very, very shortly with a view of some